Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TKMaths is Fun. In today's video, we will solve three concepts of year 7 and 8. In the previous video, we have solved square root, cube root. The link you will see in the description below. So let's start with this question. The top of a table is a circle. Now you will keep getting the hints given in the question, right? So they are talking about which shape? Circle. The radius of the top of the table is 42 centimeter. So for your understanding, you can draw a circle here, okay? And what is the radius given in the question? It is saying the radius is 42 centimeters. So sketch it for yourself, for your understanding. The radius of the top of the table is 42 centimeter. Work out the area of the top of the table. So in simple words, the question is simply asking you the area of a circle which has a radius 42 centimeter. It is in the word problem form. It looks complicated, but actually it is not at all. And all of you know the area of the circle is what? Pi r square. Agreed? All year 7 students know very well the area of a circle is pi r square. Now in this question, the value of pi is not given. So you must know there are 2-3 ways we can use it, depends on the class. But since nothing is mentioned, choice is yours. Usually pi is taken either as 22 upon 7 or it is taken as 3.14 or sometimes 3.142. And sometimes to make the calculation simple, teachers say, okay, you can take the value of pi as 3. But if it is not written in the question, I would suggest that either you take 22 upon 7 or take 3.14. Now here I am going with 22 upon 7 and I will tell you the reason. And I will say again, you should know tables very well from 1 till 15 by heart. If you want to be good in maths in class 7 and 8, because calculator is not allowed, you must know the tables. Now pi is 22 upon 7 I am taking. And r square simply means r times r. And what is my r? 42. It is given here. So I can either write 42 square or I can write 42 times 42. And you know why I'm doing this? Because there is 7 in the denominator. And I know in the table of 7, 42 comes because my tables are good. So 7 times what is 42? 7 6 are 42, right? So I can cancel it. 7 times 6 6 42. Okay. Now what will I do? I will multiply 22 by 6. And I'm doing it here because, you know, considering that a student does not have a calculator. Otherwise, I can use calculator and quickly write the answer. But I'm imagining that I am a student of year 7 and how I will solve it. So 22 multiplied by 6. What will I do? 6 2s are 12. 132. Now 132 multiplied by 42. Okay. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 1s are 2. Then start with 4. 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. 5. Agreed. By the way, if I make any calculation mistake, you can correct me in the comment. Because being a human being, I can also make mistake. Agreed? Anybody can make mistake, but we try our best not to do so because we have to try to obtain full marks. So this is the area of the table. Okay. So let me just check one thing. So this is the area of the top of the table. Now what is the next part of the question? The base of the table is circle. Now again he's talking about, you know, mostly tables are like this. I don't know if you have seen it or not. Things like this. And then there is another circle. Sometimes, usually this is small and this is big, right? He's talking about that type of table here. So now in this question, he's saying the base of the table is a circle and the diameter. Now he's talking about the bottom circle in terms of what? In terms of diameter. He's not giving you radius. So this is a trick. You need to be careful. And what is the diameter? 70 centimeter. Now we know that diameter is actually double of radius. Yes or no? So if I want to find out radius, It will be what? 70 divided by 2, which is equals to 35. And what was the radius of the top? 42. So it is smaller. You have to find out here the circumference of the table. So in this question, the simple meaning is that you have to find out the circumference of a circle. So it's not complicated at all, right? So formula for the circumference is 2 pi r, and sometimes the students write it as what? Pi d. Why pi d? Because 2 multiplied by r means double of radius, which is equals to diameter. So 2 and r can be written together as d. Now again, if I'm taking d, I can take 70 straight away. I don't even need to calculate this radius, right? But if I'm using this formula 2 pi r, then I have to put r 35. Okay, so like I have already told you, pi I will take 22 upon 7 and d I will take as 70. So 7 ones are 7, 7 tens are 70, 22 times 10 is 220. And what will be the unit? Here I wrote a square centimeter because it was area, but it is circumference, so it should be centimeter. Now one thing here in the above question, and here I said mostly students use here 3.142, right? If you will use 3.142 multiplied by 70, it's not difficult, but it will take more time because multiplication of the decimal number takes little time, or any number, not decimal, because in multiplication we do not consider it, we put it in the last. I hope you know that thing. So this multiplication concept of decimal number I will teach in my video, in which I will explain you how to multiply or divide decimal numbers, right? So let's solve this question, and after this then I will end this video. So this is the fraction problem. Now again the concept here is required. What is that concept? John is paid on the first day of every month, right? He spent 1/3 of his pay on food and 1/4 of his on rent. So these are the fraction which he spent. What is the question? What fraction of his pay will John have left? So let's find out what he spent first of all. Number one thing, okay? So 1/3 on food and 1/4 on rent. So I have to add it up. Now you know when you add fractions, you have the same denominator. Right now denominator is different. These are small numbers. If you can do it mentally, fine. Otherwise, you know this prime factorization method we use to find out the LCM. With the table of 2, if I start, we always start with the smallest table. 2 2s are 4. 3 doesn't come in the table of 2, so I'm copying it down as it is. 2 1s are 2, 3 as it is. 3 1s are 3 and 1. Once you have 1 here, for LCM, you stop and multiply these numbers. So 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So when you multiply, you get 12. It means you will multiply this by 4 and this by 3. So it will be 4 upon 12, 3 upon 12. This could be done mentally because 3 and 4 are small numbers and mostly people know. Sorry, I have written 4 here, my mistake. So sorry. This is called careless mistake. Anyway, so now denominator is same, so I can add the numerators. It is 7 upon 12. Now this is the fraction John spent. Whenever you're writing in the fraction form and about a word problem, denominator represents the total parts, numerator represents the part which is we are talking about in the question. So here we are talking about what? Spend. So if 7 parts are gone, spent out of 12, so what is left? How many parts are left? Some people actually, do 1 minus 7 divided by 12. No need. Why? Because if you understand the meaning of it, it simply means 7 parts spent out of 12 parts. So what is 12 minus 7? 5. So you can say what is left with him is 5 upon 12. 5 parts out of 12 parts are left. But if you are actually doing 1 minus, it will take your time, but it is not wrong. Then in this case, you need to multiply this by 12 to make the denominator same. It will be 12 upon 12 minus 7 upon 12. 12 minus 7 is 5, and this is how you will get it. Now when question says write in its simplest form, you have to see if you can further simplify it. Here you cannot. Agreed? Because 5 is a prime number and you cannot simplify it further. So you will leave it as it is. Now the last question of this video is about directed numbers. Now whenever you are doing directed number questions, I would suggest, okay, otherwise whatever you find convenient, imagine a number line always in your mind. It makes your work very simple. Okay, so now if the temperature in Glasgow any day is minus 4 degrees centigrade, minus 4 will come here. The next day the temperature was 3 centigrade lower. Lower means further down. So if I jump 3 places, 1, 2, 3, right? So what it will be? Sorry, I want to write here that all together I have gone 3 degree lower. So what is my new temperature? New temperature will be minus 5. Oops, sorry. This is minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So my new temperature is minus 7 degrees centigrade. But question here is, will I draw the diagram and make jumps? What if the number here was written 20 degree lower? Will I keep jumping like that? It's not wrong, but very time consuming. So what is the best way to figure it out? Can you think? The best way is, whenever we are talking about directed number, this is your final result. You know, this number has gone down. So what you should do here, you should do minus 4 minus 3, which is equals to minus 7. Why I am writing minus 3? Because it is going down, lower, right? So it will become minus 3, minus 4, and it is minus 7. The same question if I ask you, for example, no, you will get confused. In some other video I will explain that. So thank you very much for watching the video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.